Hi Scorpio, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your monthly money career tarot reading for the month of April 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to remind you, as always, this is general for the month. So simply take what resonates and do not stress over what doesn't. But as well, I want to thank you in advance for your support and love on this channel by liking this video, leaving me a comment, and subscribing to this channel if you haven't done so already. Join this amazing Scorpion tribe. They're saying passionate tribe. All right. And to book a personal reading with myself, the options, the pricing, and my email all are down below in the description box. So just reach out via email real quick and I'll get that started for you. Always accurate and very much affordable. Okay. The overall message, more importantly, that I channeled from Spirit to speak upon your money career for April: financial success, being noticed for your talents. Financial success, being noticed for your talents. Amazing. Let's put this to the side and we'll begin by pulling several messages as I put some light on. Bear with me. Make sure we can see the cards a little bit better. We're going to pull several messages from the Soul's Journey deck, and then we'll speak upon them and then further speak upon them with some Tarot of Dreams. Okay. A focus on your health and needing to love what you do, needing to love the success that's coming in, or where you're putting your money at this time and moving forward. They're saying, have you loved where you lived, and why haven't you, if that's the case? Okay. Bear with me. All right, we have two coming out. Okay, keep them coming for Scorpio. Money, career. Money and career. We're going to pull one more, as I was instructed to put one back. We've got 4, we want 5, okay? They're now saying don't settle for less, but we have the last one. Interesting. Okay, there could be a focus on you feeling a bit by oneself with the loneliness card when it comes to certain financial decisions, when it comes to your career success. Even if you have support or just a level of guidance and people around you when you're working or in general, okay? It just feels like this independence comes over you at times and you feel as if maybe it's a lack of trust or simply just wanting to decide by oneself, okay? You know best. Just keep that in mind. But there are helping hands if you so choose to accept them. There could be a focus on a community, whether it's within a company, it could be a community developed online where you feel very connected to, it could be where you live, all right, or moving to. I just feel like with this loneliness card, you can see here in the imagery, there's going to be a community that you feel quite connected to or will by the end of the month, and that takes focus for one reason or another, but feeling a bit indecisive for whatever reason when it comes to where to put your money, what to change, what to keep the same, or it just feels like a very kind of, they're saying Libran vibe, very indecisive, but it's a month of growth to say the least, okay? So we're beginning, the health card came out again. So there's going to be a huge focus, especially at the beginning of the month, beginning of April, on your health. Are you feeling healthy in your approach to your work, when developing, when creating, when impressing people is what's coming through, when showing people how it's done? I wanted that to come out in the second part of your overall message, but your talents being noticed is definitely a good one to come out. But yeah, you're showing people how it's done, but are you doing all of this in a healthy manner? Do you feel healthy by the end of your work day or your work week? Do you feel as if your living situation is bringing you a level of peace, health, and comfort that you truly deserve and desire at this time? If not, how are we going to improve, and what needs to be replaced at this time? As I feel like certain energies in your midst could be making you a bit nervous or a bit annoyed for one reason or another. And if you work from home, definitely something to reassess. If you get a bit choked up or nervous or just on edge due to energy or the environment, because it needs to be replaced if it's not healthy, okay? I didn't expect it to come out in that manner. I do feel like you're gonna be doing a lot of cleaning up, a lot of adjusting throughout the month, or there's a need to, a push from Spirit in the universe to do just that, out of respect for your health, okay? We have a trust. I need to trust your intuition, your inner guidance, your inner compass. Where is it leading you, right? Some of you feeling as if you know where you want to head at this time, and therefore needing to plan in a productive manner to get ready for, potentially to save for an investment in the near future, okay? However that works for you timeline-wise. But as well, I need to trust the connections that you're developing at this time in order to see your future pan out in the way you desire, a level of comfort, security, success, but people seeing you in a very successful light. So are you always, or it feels like at times you're not seeing yourself in that light. I need to remember that how you view oneself affects the energy that you exude, right? The tone that you're setting, especially with interviews that you're going on if you are throughout the month, especially if you are meeting with important people or just speaking to clientele, customers, or getting your voice out there, which I feel you are in a lot of ways. Some of you teaching in one way, shape, or form, again, showing people how it's done and needing to be ultra confident in the midst of it all as you get your voice out there and make a difference in your own Scorpion individualistic way. Okay, beautiful. A natural turning point or a transitioning point to self-esteem. I need to realize that you possess gifts of the soul that benefit you and others, period. And people are noticing that, okay? So it's throughout the month, especially the midpoint, halfway through or so, where they're saying after the second week, where you notice that you have it going on, or you remember that. And it's like you start to walk with your chin held high a little bit more. People start to compliment you left and right through your business, online if that is the case for you, or within your business you run physically, or both, or simply at your day-to-day job, whether it's higher ups or people that work for you or customers, clientele, you name it, or even coworkers. People seeing you as someone who should have the highest self-esteem, and some of you do. Some of you it dips and then goes back up. Nobody's perfect, right? But all the meanwhile being pushed by spirit in the universe to keep that self-esteem at an ultimate high moving forward after this month in order to experience things in the best light, to set that tone once again and just be like, damn, I'm a Scorpio. I'm one of the, if not the most passionate sign out of all 12, they're saying in the deck. So just own it, all right? Set that tone. But I'm pushed to recognize, was this also at the split deck? That you need to love what you do. You need to love where you live once again. You need to love oneself by implementing self-care. Spend a little money on yourself this month if need be. What's going to make you happier? What's going to keep you pushing forward to achieve the goals you know you need to until the ending of a situation and a beginning of a healthier one, an upgrade, or just to make the best once again out of where you're at if you don't feel like it's changing, okay? However it works for you, it just feels like people are sending you a lot of loving vibes this month. People you're connected to outside of work, but people within your work environment as well. People you've helped in the past will come back throughout the month, especially towards the end, to commend you for all you're doing or just to see what you're up to. And it could just give you that warm, fuzzy feeling that you need to keep persevering, to just recognize that you don't sort of lose that touch all the meanwhile along your path. Interesting. But also just to recognize that the good that you do over time, how you help people, getting your voice out there, the stamp you make in this world doesn't, it leaves a positive trail, right? It just reminds you how much you help others with what you do. Even if you break your job down to the core, you help somebody or multiple people, a community potentially, in the midst of it all. It's beautiful. And again, a natural progression or transition to relationships as I struggle. Focus on certain relationships, connections this month. It could be one specific person or multiple that are tied up with you financially, or you could be getting a lot of advice from people about your finances, about your career, and it's just like, okay, yeah, this is reminding me why I go about things or feel as if I need to make decisions on my own or not to consult everybody about them. But I do feel like there's a focus on how certain friends or coworkers or even higher ups that you've had in your midst or connected to you once upon a time are helping you open up new doors or get to where you need to be. You could be utilizing your connection with certain people to get a promotion, a new upgrade in your business, right? An expansion, if you will. It's going to differ from case to case, but there's just a level of self-esteem, connection, and just worth written all over your reading so far. Beautiful. Let's continue by pulling some Tarot of Dreams to speak upon each one further. They're saying when you run a business, you shine like a star. You shine like a star, and therefore just being noticed for the natural talents you have. And I feel like for some of you, you're noticing certain other talents you could be utilizing for passive income, for a side gig to bring in more financial stability, or just to upgrade or advance oneself within the current career choice you have, or to maybe revamp your business in one way, shape, or form. But you're being noticed, to say the least. But being pushed to recognize that you're overworked. I was just pushed to, literally, I pushed that card for a reason. You desire a fresh start moving forward, but it's especially the beginning of the month where you're granted a time, or it could be at a different point in the month for some of you Scorpios, but a time to rest, to heal from what you've been through, okay? Your health needs to take a priority at certain points in order for you to move forward in a healthy manner, in order to push forward. You don't want to, you may feel as if you're just burnt out, depleted, and that's understandable. You put in a lot of hard work and effort towards your career, and even I feel like when you stress over your finances and certain investments, that affects your health in a negative manner. You're also going to be reminded, for the sake of your health and peace of mind moving forward, you're protected. When it comes to certain investments you want to make moving forward, maybe move a residence for some of you, or when it comes to a new job or new ventures within your career, however that pertains to you, Scorpio. Take the time to rest and ease one's mind, to heal from all the work you've been putting in, the blood, sweat, and tears, when the universe grants you that opportunity. If you pass it up and put in more work, you simply could regret it moving forward, as you're not the Energizer Bunny, and you shouldn't expect oneself to be, okay? And don't listen to anybody who expects you to just keep going when they would most likely take the time to rest when they were given the chance, okay, or will. So going on to the Trust card. They're saying don't overthink as well. Don't stress oneself out by overthinking certain choices you made in the past, or about how other people would feel about what you want to do in the near future, even if you will consult them about those decisions and choices, okay? We have the Ace of Coins coming out for the Trust card. Definitely thinking thoroughly about your money, feeling quite strong in your savings for whatever reason, or that gets improves along the way throughout the month. Laugh it through when you struggle, when you feel your mind just goes blank at certain points. It's probably spirit, okay? I need to wrap yourself up with the nature throughout the month in order to feel more peaceful, at ease, to reground oneself. When you become a little bit emotional, trust what you're learning from that inner voice within, from those emotions resurfacing. There could be some healing that needs to take place. Again, going back to prioritizing your health. I feel like you haven't been through the easiest path up until this point when it comes to your financial ups and downs and your career, I want to say difficulties, okay? It would be unreasonable to say that every Scorpio has had it easy, right? Everyone has their own path, and don't compare to others. Trust the community you're feeling quite connected to in one way, shape, or form throughout the month, once again. But we have the Palace of Coins here and the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, as well as the Page of Wands. You could feel a little bit anxious, but you could also just feel as if you desire a passionate, fresh start with a new job or a new living situation, or both, okay? You need to trust where you're feeling guided to, drawn to, pushed to by the universe, and to recognize you have the strength and the ability, the wisdom up until this point to make an informed, correct decision for oneself, right? If you need to look to outside sources, individuals with potentially more experience, or just who you respect for some advice or input, so be it. But it's this situation where you need to keep an open ear, maybe listen, especially if people are giving it without you asking, and just most importantly, trust that inner voice, and discard the advice that you feel is too heavy or just not useful at this time. Don't let it outweigh what you already know or feel intuitively is going to work out, okay? People are just noticing you left and right, and some of that attention isn't always desired. But we're moving on to the self-esteem card once again. As I got a bit, I was like kind of second guessing whether I should hold up the card. To recognize that your world's changing, and you should be the utmost confidence in the midst of all that change. To recognize that the world is in your grasp at this time and should be moving forward as long as you maintain that. But I truly feel like it's a time for you to plan, to develop, to create the life you desire, the career you desire. Keep working towards getting your business off the ground, to acquire that financial stability and to take a leap of faith if that's what you truly desire at this time. You might get a better grasp on what you want throughout the month, as I don't care what other people say, you shouldn't be expected to have it all figured out, right? Everyone moves at their own pace, and as you're changing and growing, it's okay to feel a bit secretive as to what you're going through with the Seven of Swords, but also it's okay to want to keep to oneself what you're thinking about upgrading to or changing, because again, certain opinions and judgments may have proven to you in the past to overcomplicate the process and make you second guess oneself all the meanwhile and what you already truly know within. But when you feel the most self-esteem come to be, when you feel that confidence, when you feel this ray of sunshine beam about you, ask yourself how that came to be. Was it simply because you were enjoying your work more, because you rested more, because you trusted oneself more? Was it because of certain energies in a situation? There's a need to, was it because of what you were fantasizing about moving towards, whether it's a new financial investment or a job or both? Allow yourself to recognize you deserve more of that happiness. And sometimes completion is a must in the midst of making your way towards the sun. The happiness, the more confident way about you, period. Okay? You owe it to oneself. But we're moving on to the love card. There's an underlying focus on a level of abundance flowing in and you being pushed to walk through certain doors, or one big one for you, which could lead to others, to that 10 of coins, that 10 of pentacles lifestyle, financial stability, your cup overflowing. There's a new start on the horizon that you know is about to come to be intuitively, or you just are now getting a better understanding of, again, what you desire. And regardless of how long it takes to get there, right, or what it takes, how much money it entails to save, or how many interviews, whatever the case may be, you're going to recognize that it's going to leave your cup overflowing. It's going to leave you feeling so satisfied, so fulfilled, and lead you to financial stability, and loving your situation altogether with your money and career more so. Absolutely, well deserved. I just feel like the love coming in for you through your social media posts, through your work. Some of you work through social media. People just seeing you so talented, and it's like, this is the moment I'm getting right now, where it's just you're basking in all the attention, the positive attention to say the least. People just seeing you gain financial success because of the talents that you're putting to use, that you're not ignoring, right? You might find that in the midst of this month, you implement a new talent that you discover, or one that you dusted off from the past. However that ends up being for you, it could just be for a side gig or a hobby. It's giving you even more financial success. People wanting to help you all the meanwhile, to promote your business or to upgrade you in your job, or just to help you succeed in a lot of ways. Don't be quick to push away those helping hands. They're assistance from the universe. Think of it that way, okay? Wow, that was a lot. At times being a little bit emotional about what needs to be put to rest, or just wanting that justice. But when you get it throughout the month, allow it to balance you out and recognize that it's been what feels like a long time coming, and you deserve it. They're saying ease oneself with the rants. Ease oneself. You're going to feel like a storyteller at times, but I feel like that's you being high in self-esteem, being confident, and just wanting to be a bit showy because you're happy. You're just vibing high. Okay, Spirit was just a bit feisty. Anyways, they're basically saying don't listen to anybody who has something negative to say about it. With the Six of Wands, just simplify as you're put in the spotlight, okay? A level of victory taking place as money flows in, as you see things improve and you potentially gain an employment that you've desired for a while, or you see your business take a step in the right direction, analytics, numbers, clientele, customers, you name it, new connections developing due to being in the spotlight, due to being recognized for your talents, and just understanding that this is all what's meant for you as a Scorpio. Put your hands up in the air just like I was doing before, and accept that you should take center stage in the spotlight when the time feels right for you, okay? Don't be feeling any certain kind of negative way if you feel the need to take a step back due to your intuition telling you to do so, or just feeling there's some healing or some necessary work to go through. But again, it's a month where you're simply going through, as we have the Hermit card, it's a month where you're going through a lot of changes and developments and figuring out how to get to where you want to be. But simply your talents are being noticed left and right as you're pushed into the spotlight by Spirit and the universe, and that financial success rains on in. Wow, Beautiful. Let's finish this off by pulling from the Making Magic deck, as I just saw the sun, talking about golden success. Ooh, yes. We're going to mention this one in a second. Let's pull another one. Happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. And I feel like that all ties into your happiness in your career and finances. But we're going to, potentially being pushed to break certain bad habits, whether it's where you're spending your money or when working. But the two most important: achievement, win the accolade, award, or contract, as I said that in the wrong order. Don't fret if you do the same thing. And last but not least, successful career, a happy working environment, pay rises or raises, and promotions. Absolutely amazing. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hoping you have the most amazing month, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Scorpio.